So far, I've sat through 9 window demos. You're welcome. Some were pretty painful, so much so that when a window representative refused to leave or lingered too long, I would go outside and play with the dog, hoping they would get the hint. Others, well, they weren't so bad, and I can honestly say we've met some great people. However, the time it takes is excruciating. Hi friends, I'm the Wacky Window Woman. I'm not a contractor. I'm not here to sell you windows. I'm just a real person trying to get new windows without getting ripped off. I've made it my mission to shop all of the larger, well-known replacement window companies and have sat through the demos so that you don't have to. Be sure to see my Wacky Window Woman comparison chart to see how the larger, well-known companies stack up one against the other when they quote my 1,600 square foot home of 12 windows. The prices on the chart are based on my home in Ohio, so your pricing might vary a little bit depending on where you live. But regardless, you can see the difference in price from one company to the next. Okay, so let's talk about what you should expect to pay for a single window. So I don't understand why window companies won't provide the cost of a standard size single window without taking up 1 to 2 hours of our time. As homeowners, we get it. There are many variables that can impact the final price to replace windows in our homes, but there has to be a jumping off point that we as homeowners can use to start and then add on or build in upgrades from there. Thus far in my quest to collect replacement window quotes, I have only found one company, and as a matter of fact, they are ranked number 1 on my Wacky Window Woman chart, who offers their sales process from quote to contract virtually, no sales pitch required. If you would rather fake your own death than have a window rep come into your home to pitch you, then definitely put this company, Virtual View Windows, on your short list to consider. As a matter of fact, this is the company my husband and I opted to purchase from. As much as I have said in the past that I'm not going to get too techy in my blogs or my videos, to a certain extent, when you're talking about windows, there are just some specifications that are important. They're non-negotiable. And this video is going to be an example of some of those. As I've become more and more educated on replacement windows, I've compiled a list of things that impact the final cost of replacement windows for your home, regardless of where you live in the United States. So as a reference, the quote for my 12 windows for my home was $9,740, which is $811 per window for double pane white vinyl windows. The windows I chose are Energy Star 7.0, not just Energy Star, but Energy Star 7.0, and have some of the best U factor, air infiltration, and solar heat gain numbers out there. Okay, so other than the window itself, let's explore other items that will impact your overall final price. So, 1, white is the standard color, and any other color will likely be considered an upgrade. Double hung is pretty much the standard. This means both the top and the bottom sash tilt in for ease and for cleaning the glass. If you want windows that slide, or if you want casement windows, the ones with the crank, those also will be a little bit higher in cost. Now let's talk about the low E glass coating. This provides energy efficiency. It's a coating on the glass that reflects the sun and the heat, and you definitely want this. Argon gas. So this is filled between the 2 or 3 layers of glass. This also helps with energy efficiency and specifically noise reduction. Again, this is a non-negotiable for your new windows. So then there's triple pane, which is 3 layers of glass, versus double pane, which is 2 layers of glass. Triple will be a higher cost, triple are more efficient, but come with a higher price. If you live in an extreme climate zone, the actual cost is likely worth it. Also, triple pane in many cases will qualify for up to $600 in tax credit on next year's taxes. So then there's the frame of the window and the sash. So this is the part that moves up and down. The window could be made of vinyl or composite or wood or maybe fiberglass or even aluminum. So vinyl is kind of the norm, and if you want wood or composite, that will likely impact your price, meaning it's going to be a little higher. And then there's grids, the dividers. You might need these to meet homeowner association requirements, or may be required to meet a certain look of your home, like if your home is a craftsman style, for example. Then there's the shape and the size. Do you have a bay window or a garden window or any other windows with rounded tops? This will impact your overall price as well. Odd-shaped windows are going to be more expensive than just regular rectangle windows. And then there's the number of windows in your project. The more you have, the less you'll pay per window. And here's a hint, replace all of them at one time. You'll get much better pricing, and then you can ensure that they all match. Replacement windows inherently have wider, thicker frames, and personally, I wouldn't want windows that didn't match in my home. And then there's the exterior material of your home. If you have vinyl, that will be the least expensive versus if the window installer has to repair, replace, or accommodate for stucco, stone, brick, or hardy plank. Those materials might add additional cost to your quote. And then was your home built before 1978? If so, lead remediation will need to be added to your quote. Some areas, depending on where you live, might require a permit, so that's to be taken into consideration. And then do you have windows that need to be tempered to meet your local building code? Typically, any window that's closer than 18 inches to the floor, close to a door that opens and closes, or above or beside a tub or shower will need to be tempered. Tempered glass is a type of safety glass that is more resistant to breaking. Tempered glass is required in some areas for safety and will add a few bucks to the cost. If your current windows are drafty, allow noise to come in, or feel cool or hot to the touch, then you likely don't have energy efficient windows. Be sure to see that Wacky Window Woman price comparison chart to see how the larger, well-known replacement window companies stack up when they quote my home with 12 windows. I've sat through the demos on your behalf, filtered through those companies, and have put together the price comparison chart to help you save time and help you save money. I hope it helps you narrow down to one or two that you want to consider. And if you are the type who prefers to shop virtually, then consider Virtual View Windows. They offer the entire process from quote to contract virtually. You'll note they are number one on the list. They meet that Energy Star 7.0 rating. They have the lowest air infiltration numbers, a solid solar heat gain, and this is especially important if you live in heat climates like Florida. And then, of course, they have great U factor ratings. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to see future videos on individual companies and side-by-side comparisons. And when you are ready to make a decision, tell them that the Wacky Window Woman sent you.